Okay, good day to all. So I will share about the decision making part. As we know, decision making is one of the important things that every one of us that should do, especially during a group. There are 7 methods where decisions can be made. And the choice of the methods will depend on several factors, such as how important the decision is and how much time that we have. The first method is decision by authority without discussion, which means that the leader will make the decision by himself but without discussing the group members. The second method is decided by the expert member in the group. And the most difficult part of this method is deciding who is the most expertise among the group members. The third method is based on the average of members' opinions. And the fourth method is the decision by authority after discussion, which means that the leader will make the decision after discussing with all the group members. And the effectiveness will depend on the listening skill of the leader. The fifth method is by minority control, and the sixth method is majority control. The last method is consensus, which is the most effective method, but it will take the longest time. So that's all for my sharing, and any things that is unclear.
May I know what is the difference between majority control and consensus?
So I think consensus will involve each member will reach to one agreement on it. But for majority control, maybe around 51% of members will agree on that only.
I see.
Any other question? Now we proceed next part.
Alright.
Okay, so for my part is leadership. So basically, people will know leadership is a common thing that comes in everyone. So there is a study with 2 person, which is Causes and Hosnell. They having a same type of case study to study what is the common unique what is the common characteristic that need to be in a leader. So the study is on 1987 and 1993, which is 2 different times with thousands of crowd and the different crowd. But then amazing, the characteristic and the result come out is the same, which is the most common characteristic that need to be in a leader is honesty, which is on 1993 is 87 and 1987 is 83. So they suggest 5 practices of 10 behavioral commitments that need to be in a leader, which is challenging the process, inspiring a shared vision, enabling others to act, modeling the way, and encouraging the heart. And got one person, which is Peter Scholars, he offers 6 new competency for a leader, which is the ability of think in terms of system and knowing how to lead system. And secondly is the ability to understand of variability of work in planning and problem solving. Thirdly, understanding how we learn, develop and improve, leading through learning and improvement. And fourthly is understanding people and why they behave as they do. And the fifth is understanding the interaction and interdependency between system and human behavior. Lastly is giving mission, meaning and direction. So I think this is the study that is amazed every one of us, because normally people will think students or leader need to have like problem solving or leading a team, but surprisingly when the case study results come out is actually honesty. So maybe I can ask any of you, from what I said just now, the question is what makes people amazed of this case study?
I think that it is because different people having some studies of leadership with different thoughts, but the answer of everything is being answered honestly.
Correct. So any question? not, I proceed for
Let me continue with the communication. This communication is involved with listening, presenting, and persuading, but mostly it will involve with listening skills. There's 12 listening skills that have been emphasized by Arizona State University, and which are stop talking, engage in one conversation at a time, empathize with the person speaking, ask questions, don't interrupt, show interest, concentrate on what is being said, don't jump to conclusion, control your anger, react to ideas, not to the speaker, listen for what is not said, ask questions, and lastly, share the responsibility for communications. And there are also 3 listening techniques that have been listed. First technique is critical listening, and this critical listening is by separating the fact and from the opinion. Next, we have sympathetic listening, which means don't talk and listen, don't give advice and listen, and last, don't judge but still listen. And last listening technique is creative listening. It is involve exercise an open mind and supplement your ideas with another person ideas and vice versa. And I think that is all about the communication. If you guys have any question, or I think I'll be asking lah. So what is one of the listening skills that has been stated? What are you doing?
I think one of the listening skills that we should practice is concentrate on what is being said during the discussion.
Okay, that's correct. Anything else? I will start with you.
Okay, so have you ever heard about a conflict? So basically, a conflict can be said as a routine aspect of every project managers, and it is a situation which the action of one person will prevent, obstruct, or interfere with the action of another person. So many people will prefer to avoid conflicts when doing their tasks. So there are basically 5 strategies that we can use to deal with the conflicts. And first of it is withdrawal, which neither the goal or the relationship are important in this case. Therefore, you will just withdraw from the interaction due to the conflict. So the other one is forcing. These scenarios happen when the task is important, but not the relationship. So you use all your energy to get the task done. So the next is smoothing. This happens when the relationship is more important than the task, and you want to be liked and accepted. So next is compromise. For compromise, both task and relationship are important, but there's a lack of time for you to deal with it. So you both gain or lose something through this conflict. So the last one is confrontation, where the task and relationship are equally important, and you define the conflict as a problem-solving situation and resolve through negotiation. So that's all for my part. Do you guys have any questions to ask?
I have a question. May I know what is a common way to resolve a conflict?
Okay, so to resolve a conflict, we can resolve through active listening, which involves actively engaging in the process of understanding another person's perspective without interrupting or judging the person. Okay, any more questions?
That's it.
Yeah, I think so. That's it. Thank you.